Hi students, today we are going to see a assumption heights and distance, right? And yesterday only we have started double right angle triangle. Based on that we have find it heights and distance. Same thing only we are going to find. So before finding that, right? Before finding that heights and distance in double right angle triangle, right? We want to know a few things, right? A small hint, right? That is very important. So please first listen. After that we will read the question. For the question, first we will draw the diagram, and by comparing the diagram, right? By comparing the diagram, we can find the whatever they are asking, right? Okay. See, now we are having a two right angle triangles, right? A, B, C is a one right angle triangle. Next right angle triangle is nothing but A, B, D, and this is a straight line, right? BD is nothing but a straight line, right? ABD is another right angle triangle, right? Okay, what we want to know means a small thing, right? See, if angle C is nothing but 30 degree, right? If angle C is nothing but 30 degree, right? And see, what is the angle D? We don't know the angle, but I am just asking that. This is a very important, right? Very important hint. See, the angle D is nothing but less than 30 or more than 30. That alone you want to know. Less than 30 or more than 30. Angle C is nothing but 30 degree, right? Angle D, right? I have drawn one more a line of sight, right? And this is horizontal line. We got another acute angle. Whether this acute angle, right? This is an acute angle. Whether this acute angle is less than 30 or greater than 30. See, very easy one. Just this alone you have to keep in your mind. See, this is always less than 30 only, right? This is always less than. So it will be 20 or 15 or whatever it may be, right? 20, 15, 10, 5, whatever, or 29, 28, whatever it may be, less than 30, right? Suppose if I am just extending one more line of sight, right? And this is nothing but E point, right? Now what is the angle of E? It should be less than 20, right? It should be less than 20. See, it's when the line is far away to that straight line, right? Vertical line, then always the angle will be less than, right? When the line is very close to the vertical line, right, the angle will be increasing, right? Suppose I am drawing, see, the E point is nothing but less than 20. Maybe 15 or 10 or whatever it may be, 5, whatever it may be, but less than 20, right? Suppose I am just drawing the line here. I'm just giving the name. What is the name of this one? This point is nothing but F point. What is the angle of F? We don't know the angle, but it should be greater than 30. It should be greater than 30, right? Understood? So this alone you want to know that. See, when the line far away from the right angle, right, it will be reduced, right? It will be decreasing, and when it is coming very closer, it will be increasing. Understood? We'll see one more example. See, now we are having two right angle triangle A, B, C, right? And angle C is nothing but 45 degree, and angle D is nothing but 60 degree. I'm just marking, right? And what is it? We are having two right angle triangle, right? I'm just marking another line, right, in between the BC, right? I'm just giving the name E. This angle should be more than 45 degree, right? The angle should be more than 45, maybe 46, 47, 50, 55, whatever it may be, but it should be more than 45, because it is what is it, closer to the vertical line. It is closer to the vertical line, right? It should be more than 50 or 55, whatever it may be, right? Suppose I am just extending this line far away for the vertical line, right? It should be less than this angle. What is this angle? 45. Less than should be. It should be less than. So 30 degree or whatever it may be. 30 or 20 or 35, whatever it may be, right? So see, here it is 60 degree. Suppose I am just drawing a line of sight. Before that line, this line is nothing but closer to the vertical. It's far away or closer, right? So it should be more than 60 degree. 70 or 75 or whatever it may be. 80 or 90. Not 90. 90 means it should be a vertical, right? It is a transversal, so it should be more than 60, whatever it may be, right? Suppose I'm just drawing a line far away, right? Far away for this vertical line, so it should be less than 60, right? It should be less than 60, 50 or 40 or whatever it may be. Understood? So this alone you want to keep in your mind, right? This alone. Suppose I'm just we are having two angles, 30 and 45 degree, and we are having the, what is it? We are having a diagram. See, we are having two angles. One is something but 30 degree, and one is something 45 degree. You have drawn the diagram, right? You have drawn the diagram where the 30 will come, where the 45 will come, right? Whether 45 angle D is something but 45 or angle C is 45. See, we know that, right? The biggest angle is nothing but always closer to the right angle, right? The bigger angle is nothing but always closer to the right angle. So angle C is nothing but 45 degree and angle D is nothing but 30 degree. That's very important, right? That is very important. So while you are marking the angle, you have to be conscious, right? This is nothing but angle of elevation. In angle of depression, now we are having two angles, 30 degree and 60 degree. Which will be 30 and which will be 60? See, very simple, right? So angle from the top alone, this is nothing but angle of depression. We want to mark the angle of depression, right? So line of sight, this is nothing but angle AD is a line of sight and AC is nothing but line of sight, and this line is nothing but horizontal line. So 30 and 60, which will be 30 and which will be 60? See, we can see very simply. So which is very smaller one? Line of sight and horizontal line. This is very smaller one, and this angle is nothing but bigger one. So this angle is nothing but 30 degree and this bigger one is nothing but 60 degree, right? While we are bringing this angle to the right angle triangle, this 30, right? This is a transversal and these two are parallel. AD is nothing but transversal. So this 30 will come for the angle D. And what is it? Now AC is transversal, right? This line and this line is nothing but parallel. AC is transversal. So this angle will come for C. So angle C is nothing but 60 degree. Then whatever we want to find, we can find it, right? So this alone you want to keep in your mind. That's very important. Why I'm just repeating means in double right angle triangle, right? We get confused. See, while we are drawing correctly, instead of here 60 degree, if you are putting 30 degree, and here if you are putting 60 degree, right, then the entire problem will get wrong. The diagram is correct, and while you are marking the values, and while you are assuming this is x and this is 10 meter and this is y, or this is y, likewise if you are assuming and you are solving, okay, while you are assuming or writing the values correctly, and instead of writing the angle 60-30, right, 60 and 30 you have written wrongly, means then everything will become wrong. That's why this is very important, right? The closer angle for a vertical line is nothing but always bigger, and while it is going far away, right, it will be smaller. Very closer, it will be bigger. Understood? So number 18, determine the height of a mountain, right? They are talking about mountain. Determine the height of a mountain if elevation of its top at an unknown distance from the base is 30 degree and at distance 10 km further off from the mountain along the same line, the angle of elevation is 15 degree. Use tan 15 degree is equal to 0.27, right? Okay, first we will draw the diagram. They are talking about that. What is it? Mountain, and what is it? 2 points, right? 2 points, unknown distance from the base of the mountain, right? First I am just drawing that mountain, vertical mountain, right? Point A and point B. Point A is nothing but top of a mountain. Point B is nothing but foot of the mountain, right? So what is it? They have given that. That only we want to find, right? What we want to find? We want to find determine the height of the mountain. That alone we want to find. So let's take that AB is nothing but x, right? The height of the mountain I am just assuming as x. If elevation of its top at an unknown distance from the base is 30 degree. So I'm just unknown distance. We don't know that some distance, right? From here, right? I'm just taking this point, right? This is nothing but unknown distance from the base of the mountain, right? From the base of the mountain, unknown distance. From here, what is the angle? The angle is nothing but 30 degree. Angle of elevation, right? Angle of elevation is nothing but 30 degree, right? So angle of elevation, this is nothing but 30 degree, and we don't know that this is nothing but unknown distance. So I take it as y. The unknown distance between this point and the foot of the mountain is nothing but y, right? Distance from the base is 30 degree, and at a distance 10 km further off. This is very important. So, and at a distance 10 km further off from the mountain. So, from the mountain further off they are moving. That means, and this is the mountain, 10 km, what is it? Unknown distance. They are unknown distance. They are seeing the top of the mountain. That is nothing but 30 degree. From there, right? 10 km they are moving, right? They are moving along the same line, right? Along the same line they are moving. That means this is nothing but D point and this is nothing but D point, and the distance between the point C and D is nothing but 10 km, right? Point C and D is nothing but 10 km, right? The angle of elevation is 15 degree. From the point D, the angle of elevation, right? The angle of elevation of the top of the mountain is nothing but 15 degree, right? 15 degree. Understood? Now we are having two right angle triangles, right? Now we are having two right angle triangle. What are they? Triangle ABC is one right angle triangle, right? And ABD is something but second right angle triangle. We have drawn that, right? And the height of the mountain we have assumed as X, and distance between the unknown distance is nothing but the distance between the foot of the mountain to the point C is nothing but Y, right? Okay, for first right angle triangle we know what is it? Opposite side X is X, and second adjacent side is nothing but Y, and hypotenuse AC, right? That is not needed. So opposite side X and the adjacent side Y, right? For the second right angle triangle, which is second right angle triangle, ABD, right? Second right angle triangle ABD, right? Opposite side is nothing but X. Adjacent side, which side is adjacent side? BD is the adjacent side. For angle 15 degree, BD is nothing but what is it? Adjacent side. But we don't know the value of BD. What is the value of BD? We know DC 10 km. We know BC, but BD is nothing but what is it? This is fully 10 km. That 10 plus Y, right? 10 plus Y kilometer, right? The distance between BD is nothing but 10 plus Y. This 10 plus Y kilometer is nothing but, right, adjacent side for the angle 15 degree, right? Now itself I am just separating, right? Why? Because while we are using the formula, directly we can apply it, and we can simplify and find the whatever we are needed, right? So first write the given. What are the givens we are having? So first I am just assuming that let AB be the mountain, right? Height of the mountain, right? Let AB be the height of the mountain, right? Height of the mountain, and we are assuming that AB is equal to what is it? What I have assumed, AB is nothing but X kilometer, right? Not meter, kilometer. AB equal to, because they have given in terms of what is it? Kilometer. Distance is nothing but 10 km. So I am going to take all the value in terms of kilometer. AB equal to X kilometer. BC is nothing but what is it? BC equal to Y kilometer, right? Y kilometer. And CD they have given. CD is nothing but 10 km, right? But we don't want the value of CD, because CD is a part of that ABD right angle triangle, right? ABD right angle triangle. CD is nothing but part only. We won't use it, right? So BD alone we are needed. So what is the length of BD? Distance between point B to D is nothing but 10 plus Y kilometer. 10 plus Y kilometer, right? And one angle is nothing but 30 degree, another one is 15 degree. While we are using two right angle triangle, right? While we are using two right angle triangle, we can substitute and we can simplify, and we will get it, right? So now we are having two right angle triangle. What are they? One is nothing but what is it? In right triangle, right? In right triangle ABC. In right triangle ABC. Another triangle is nothing but in right triangle. In right triangle ABD, right? In right triangle ABD, right? First see the triangle ABC, right? In right triangle ABC, we need X and Y values alone. So for 30 degree, X is nothing but opposite side and Y is nothing but adjacent side. So opposite by adjacent, tan theta. So I am going to use trigonometry ratio, tan theta. So tan theta is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. Opposite side divided by adjacent. So tan theta, what is theta for the triangle ABC, right triangle ABC? 30 degree. So tan 30 degree, tan 30 degree is equal to opposite by adjacent. Which side is opposite side for 30 degree? AB, right? AB divided by adjacent side, BC, right? AB divided by BC. What is the value of tan 30? 1 by root 3 is equal to AB equal to X kilometer. X divided by Y, right? X divided by Y. Now just do the cross multiplication. What is it? Bringing root 3 to the RHS and Y taking to the LHS, Y into 1, Y is equal to root 3 into X, right? Root 3 into X. See, actually what we want to find, whether we want to find X or Y. X or Y. X alone we want to find. If you want to find X, okay, while we are needed, we will substitute, we will simplify. First we will find the another triangle, because we will keep as it is, right? Now in right triangle ABD, right? In right triangle ABD, we need, what is it? X and Y alone, right? So opposite side, adjacent side. So which trigonometry ratio we are going to use it? Trigonometry ratio, tan theta, right? So tan theta is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side, right? Opposite side divided by adjacent. So So in triangle ABD, what is acute angle? 15 degree. So tan 15 degree is equal to, right, tan 15 degree is equal to opposite side, AB divided by BD, right, AB divided by BD. So already we know the value of tan 15 degree. They have given the question itself. What is the value of tan 15 degree? Tan 15 degree is equal to, use tan 15 degree is equal to 0.27. So instead of this tan 15 degree, what I am going to substitute? 0.27 is equal to, what is AB? AB is nothing but X divided by BD is nothing but 10 plus Y. 10 plus Y. I am just taking this to LHS. Then it will become, what is that? What is that? 10 plus Y into 0.27 is equal to X. Right? So what is it? I'll just multiply 10 into 0.27. 2.7 plus 0.27 into Y is equal to X. Right? Actually, what we want to find, whether we want to find the X or Y, we want to find the height only, right? So I'm just going to convert this Y in terms of X. I'm just going to find this, I'm just going to convert this Y in terms of X, because we are needed X alone, right? That's why I'm just, suppose if I need the value of Y, means I will convert this X in terms of Y, right? So how I am going to convert? Already we know that, say, Y is equal to root 3 of X. Already we have find it, right? So instead of this Y, right, instead of this Y, what I am going to substitute? Root 3x only, right? So instead of this Y, I am going to substitute the value of root 3 of X, right? So it is equal to 2.7 plus 0.27 into root 3 into X, right? Root 3 into X is equal to X, right? Is equal to 2.7 plus 0.27 into, I am going to substitute the value of root 3. What is the value of root 3? 1.73 into X is equal to X, right? Just multiply 0.27 into 1.73. It is equal to 2.7 plus 0.27 into 1.73 is equal to 0.47 into X is equal to X, right? 2.7 plus 0.47x is equal to X, right? Just taking this X term fully one side, right? I'm just taking this X term. So plus 0.47x will become minus. So 2.7 is equal to X minus 0.47x. Taking X commonly outside. So what is remaining? 1 minus 0.47, right? 1 minus 0.47. It is equal to X into 0.53. While I am just taking to the LHS, already what is there? 2.7 is there. So multiply will become divide, right? So X is equal to 2.7 divided by 0.53, right? While I am just removing the decimal point, so I am just multiplying by 100 on both numerator and denominator. It will become X is equal to 270 divided by 53. Understood? For removing the decimal point. Now just divide, you will get it. X is equal to 5.09 kilometer. Therefore, the height of the, right? Therefore, the height of the mountain is equal, right? Therefore, the height of the mountain is equal to 5.09 kilometer. Understood? See, we are having in terms of two variables. Already we know that we have find Y is equal to root 3 of X by using the triangle. So instead of this Y, I am just substituting root 3x, right? We know the value of root 3, 1.73. I am just multiplying, we get 0.47x. Taking to the RHS, plus will become minus. Taking X term commonly outside, then it will become 1 minus 0.47. The 1 minus 0.47 is in the image 0.53. Taking to the LHS, multiply will become divide, because we need X alone, right? So just removing the decimal point and just multiplying by 100 on both numerator and denominator, 270 by 53, it is equal to 5.09 kilometer, right? Sum number 19, right? So the angle of elevation, right? The angle of elevation is nothing but 30 degree, right? The sun's altitude, that is angle of elevation is nothing but 30 degree, A, B and C, right? 40 meter longer, right? 40 meter longer when the sun's altitude is 30 degree than when it is 60 degree. When it is 60 degree, right? When it is 60 degree means it is closer to the right angle, or it is far away, closer, right? So here alone it will become 60 degree, right? So I'm just keeping giving the name of point as D, right? See, when ground is found to be 40 meter longer when the sun's altitude is 30 degree than when it is 60 degree. When it is 60 degree, some distance is there, right? Some distance is there, right? Some length of shadow is there. But when it is going 30 degree, 40 meter longer, that means, and particularly this CD alone 40 meter, this CD alone 40 meter, understood? 40 meter longer means, see, only 40 meter means, then we can take it as a BC is nothing but 40 meter, right? The entire shadow from the foot of the tower to the point C is nothing but the complete shadow is nothing but 40 meter. But what they are saying, 40 meter longer when it is 30, when it is goes to 60 degree, right? When it is 60 degrees, some measurement is there. When it is going for 30 degree, the shadow will be 40 meter longer. That means this CD alone 40 meter, right? So now I am just taking that the BD is nothing but Y meter, right? BD is nothing but Y meter. Now we are having two right angle triangle. What are the two right angle triangle? ABD is nothing but one right angle triangle. The second right angle triangle is nothing but ABC, right? ABC right angle triangle. For the first right angle triangle, the opposite side is nothing but for 60 degree, X meter is nothing but opposite side and Y meter is nothing but adjacent side, right? Y meter is nothing but adjacent side. And for right triangle ABC, for 30 degree, X meter is nothing but opposite side. Adjacent side is nothing but BC, right? BC. So here BC is nothing but, what is it? BC. BC is nothing but Y plus 40 meter, right? Y plus 40 meter. Understood? So now what we want to find? We want to find the X alone. How we are going to find? How we are going to find the height of the tower? Very simple, by using the two right angle triangle. First write the given. What are given? I'm just assuming that let AB be the height of the tower, right? Let AB be the height of the tower. That is AB is equal to X meter and BD is nothing but, what is BD equal to Y meter. CD is nothing but, what is CD? CD is nothing but 40 meter. CD is equal to 40 meter. And CBC or CB, whatever may be, BC is equal to Y plus 40 meter. That is very important. Understood? Y plus 40 meter. This Y plus 40 is nothing but adjacent side for 30 degree, right? Adjacent side for. Now we are having two right triangle. Just what are right triangle? In right triangle ABD. In right triangle ABD, right? And in right triangle ABC, right triangle ABC, right? In right triangle ABD, we want to find that X and Y, right? X is nothing but opposite side for 60 degree and Y is nothing but adjacent side, right? So opposite adjacent tan theta. So tan theta is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. See, while we are simplifying, this is very easy. But while we are drawing the diagram and just marking what are things we are having in the given, right? That alone very important, right? If anything is wrong, then the entire problem will get wrong, right? So by reading the question, right? So you have to practice more number of sums, not solving all the one, right? Simply we want to draw the diagram, right? We have to practice more number of sums for drawing, right? Drawing the number of diagrams, right? So tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. So tan theta, what is theta for triangle ABD? ABD is nothing but 60 degree. So tan 60 degree is equal to opposite side, that is AB divided by BD. AB divided by BD. So what is the value of tan 60? Tan 60 is nothing but root 3 is equal to AB is nothing but X meter. X divided by Y. X divided by Y. Just taking this Y to the LHS, right? Just taking this Y to the LHS. Divide will become multiply. So X is equal to Y root 3, right? Y into root 3, right? But what we want to find X alone, right? We want to find X alone. So we have to find the Y in terms of X alone, right? We have to find Y in terms of X. Then only we can convert, we can change, right? So I'm just bringing this root 3 to the RHS. Then Y is equal to X divided by root 3, right? X divided by root 3. I'm just finding this Y in terms of X because we are going to find the X alone. So we don't want this variable y variable. So that's why I'm just converting this y variable in terms of x. Understood, right? Suppose if we are needed y, if you want to find the value of y, then we can keep as it is. Instead of x, we can substitute y root 3. Understood? Okay, come to second right angle triangle. Second right angle triangle is named a b d. We need adjacent and opposite side. So which ratio? Tan theta, right? Tan theta is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side, right? So opposite side is nothing but what is it? Tan theta is nothing but 30 degree. 30 degree is equal to opposite side, that is AB divided by BC, right? What is the value of tan 30? 1 by root 3 is equal to AB is nothing but x divided by BC is nothing but y plus 40, right? Y plus 40. Just do the cross multiply. Just bring the LHS and RHS. Taking this LHS, y plus 40 is equal to x into root 3, right? Now I am going to substitute instead of this y. What is the value of y? Already we know that y is equal to x root 3. Instead of y, what I am going to substitute? X root 3, right? So x divided by root 3 plus 40 is equal to x by root 3, right? I am just going to bring this x root 3 to the RHS or bring this x root 3 to LHS, whatever it may be, right? I am just segregating that the x term fully one side and constant term fully one side, right? Then we can easy to simplify. So 40 is equal to x root 3 minus x by root 3, right? X root 3 minus x by root 3. So just simplify, taking x commonly outside. So what is the remaining? Root 3 minus 1 by root 3, right? Root 3 minus 1 by root 3, x alone. Just do the cross multiplication. X is equal to, say x into root 3 into root 3, 3. 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 is equal to what is it? 40, right? So 3 minus 1 is nothing but 2, right? 40 is equal to x into 2 divided by root 3, right? But what we are needed? X alone we are needed. Just bring this 2 by root 3 to the LHS. Then multiply will become divide, divide will become multiply. Numerator goes to denominator, denominator goes to numerator. X is equal to 40 into root 3 divided by 2. So, any other possible to simplify? Yes, both are 2 multiples, right? So, 1 times 20 times. So, x is equal to 20 root 3 meter. What is x here? Height of the tower. Therefore, the height of the tower is equal to 20 root 3 meter. We don't want to substitute the value of root 3 because here only one term. If we are having 2 terms, then we have to substitute and we have to add or subtract whatever it may be, right? Here only one term, you can keep as it is. Suppose they ask you to use root 3 equal to some value, you have to substitute and you have to simplify. Understood? So the height of the tower is 20 root 3 meter, right? Note on your homework sums. Sum number 20. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower, right? The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a certain point is 30 degree. If the observer moves 20 meter towards the tower means yes, closer to the vertical line, right? Closer to the vertical line. The angle of elevation of the top increased by 15 degree, right? Increased. So already what angle is there? 30 degree. When it is increasing 15 degree, the new angle is something but 45 degree. Find the height of the tower. Here also we will get a 2 right angle triangle tower, right? From there they are observing 30 degree and moves towards the tower, right? Moves towards the tower. It 15 degree is increasing. 30 plus 40, 15, 45. So 45 degree and what is it? 20 meter towards. 20 meter towards the tower means that moving that one point from one point to another point, that moving a distance alone 20 meter, right? From that point they are seeing the tower. The angle of elevation is nothing but 45 degree. Find the height of the tower. Final answer is nothing but 27.32 meter. Use root 3 equal to 1.732. They have given. Next, sum number 21, right? As observed from the top of a 75 meter high lighthouse from the sea level, the angle of depression. So from the top they are seeing the down. What they are seeing? Two ships are 30 degree and 45 degree. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse, find the distance between two ships. So we are having one lighthouse. From the top they are seeing the ship, two ship they are having, both are what is it on the same side, one ship behind to the other, right? Another ship is something behind to the one ship. One angle is something but 30 degree, another one is something but 45 degree, right? And they have given the height of the lighthouse also. What is that? That is 75 meter. So what we want to find? We want to find the distance between the two ships, right? Distance between the two ships. The final answer is nothing but 75 meters, right? So we same like that, two right angle triangle, but here angle of depression, that is very important, right? Angle of depression. So from the top alone we have to mark an angle, then only we have to bring that angle inside the right angle triangle, right? Thank you.